Hello, I'm late again, but this is what I got up to in February this year. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my massive failure that I'm just going to own. Bullet journaling every single month. Yeah, about that. So I did do a January spread. I didn't upload it to Instagram and I didn't use it. Not a once. And I didn't get it done in January. I did, but it was like halfway through and I just didn't use it. And then I was like, all of February, I was like, I should do my bullet journal. I should do my bullet journal. I should do my bullet journal. And then just didn't. I don't know if I'm finding it helpful anymore. So I'm going to take a break from the bullet journaling and find something else, I think, because it's not working and it's making me feel super guilty for not doing it. And I don't need to. So moving on from a failure, let's go straight into some celebration. So this February I celebrated 1 year of Orange Lenses and 3 years on YouTube. Yep, you've been listening to my voice talk about random crap for 3 years now. So thanks for that. It has been a fun 3 years making videos and I still plan to continue. Here's to a 4th year. I'm kind of looking at diversifying content because when I started it was just me talking about cold urticaria, and then I very quickly realised that I cannot make one video every single week for 3 years plus on just cold urticaria. So it moved on to chronic illness, disability, deafness, deafblindness, hearing aids, paganism, which then druidry but also still paganism, cat stuff because cat stuff is fun, and God, what else do I make videos about? Anyway, so I'm going to continue diversifying my content, so it will not just be cold urticaria, but I still will be talking about cold urticaria, don't worry, just maybe less, a little bit. But I was doing it anyway, so I want to talk more about tattoos this year. I think I already talked about this at some point, but I want to talk more about tattoos, I want to talk more about just bodies, I guess, and mental health. So I do have a mental health playlist, which I will put a link to up here. There's 3 videos on it, and I just want to talk more about that. So this week that I'm currently filming is Eating Disorders Awareness Week, and as much as I don't really want to talk about it, I'm going to, but I'm going to do that on Saturday because I think that it deserves a standalone video. And yeah, I'm not comfortable, but I'm gonna do it because if someone told me they have it, I wouldn't want them to feel embarrassed and uncomfortable, so why do I? So hopefully let's celebrate that together and we'll talk about it. So in a not unrelated tangent from that, I did start my bullet journal New Year's resolution goal of get back into fitness. I just started doing some of my working out so I can bulk up a bit and gain some muscle back from not using my wheelchair and just not being into fitness. I have a small workout routine. It lasts about 20 minutes so far. I've done it 3 times at random intervals. I have not haven't got myself on a schedule yet, but it's been fun doing just 10 of each exercise, and we found a barbell in our spare room, so we've been using that. I can now do 10 curls on this one and 7 on this one, but I have sprained my wrist. I should be in a brace, but I don't want to. So we're taking it very easy on this one, but it's better than when I started where I could do 6 on this one and 4 on this one, so we're getting there. And I'm trying to work on my back flexibility because it's painful to be so stiff. So I do have hypermobility everywhere pretty much except my back. My back is the complete opposite. So there was a time in my life, and I don't currently have a diagnosis of this and I don't think I have it, but there was a time when doctors were like, you have ankylosing spondylitis, that's why your back is so stiff. So I was encouraged to not stress it out and not to do like flexibility things in case I really injured myself. That all kind of got resolved in the sense of like, yeah, no, we don't think you have that, which I kind of agree with. So now I'm just left with a really stiff back, and trying to find that balance between getting some flexibility back and not having it be hypermobile, because the stiffness is kind of helping it be stable, but also it's not helping me just live my life. Onwards with the New Year's resolution goals. What book did I read this month? I read The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, and that was recommended to me by my Instagram followers, some of them. I took a picture of my to be read shelf. I have a whole shelf of books I want to read, and it was unanimous. Everyone was like, The Curious Incident, so I read that. That took me 2 weeks to read. I read it really fast. It made me cry. It was really, really interesting, and I highly recommend it to anyone that wants to read a new book. I don't have autism. I'm not autistic, so I don't get a say on the portrayal, but I think it did help me understand more of like the sensory overload side of things. So there's parts of it where he is describing moments where he's overwhelmed. He's in a train station and he's telling us all of the signs he can see, and I noticed myself doing the thing where I was like, this is a lot, so I'm just going to skim read it because it's not important. But to him it was, and to autistic people, they can't just say, oh, it's not important, I'm not going to look at this. So that's how they're experiencing it, so I tried to force myself to read it to try and get that kind of perspective. So I think it was really effective in that, and I feel like I'm a bit more in the know about sensory overload than I was, but I still wouldn't call myself an expert, nor do I fully understand the experience of autistic people. It helps. It's an insight rather than a lesson. A funny story about that book, like that actual physical book that I have, the one that's like over there under the pile of crap. I actually gifted that to my dad when I was, I'm gonna say about 9. I forgot his birthday, panicked, picked up a book that I thought sounded interesting, gave it to him, and he's like, what have you bought me this for? It's a kid's book. Spoiler alert, it is not a kid's book. I don't know many kids' books that have swear words in it. He obviously refused to read it, and it sat on a bookshelf for ages, and then I went home for Christmas, and my sister, who is not my dad's kid, she is another person's kid, obviously with my mum as well, and she gave it to me for Christmas. I was like, how, So I've had I got it gifted back to me, but not by the person that I gifted it to. But that's fine. I'm glad I read it, and sucks to be them. In my last video, I mentioned a B12 injection that I was going to get, and I got that on the 1st of this month. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not bad, to be fair. The actual, sorry, just the tip of my thumb just decided to dislocate. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the injection itself, it was not like the COVID vaccine. It was thicker, and it did make me faint. I don't know what it was about it, because I'm not scared of needles. I have piercings and tattoos. It's not the needles, it's just vasovagal syncope, which I will make a video about at some point. It's not really very interesting, but I will do it. So yeah, I always tell them like, I'm a fainter, and then they sit me on the bed thing, and I like to try and do it sitting up just in case, but I had to lie down. I didn't feel very well, just because it was thicker and they take so long to do it, and there's just a sensation of just like, I don't know, wrong. But it's really fun getting an injection that's not a vaccine, because you actually don't get the arm ache afterwards. It's really fun. Do I feel any better? I mean, not noticeably. There are a few things that have like gone, I guess, but it's unknown whether it's just because I've started to genuinely eat better as well, or whether it's the injection or it's the oral supplements I've been on, because I changed brand, because I got some like weird vertigo thing, and apparently that can be a B12 deficiency symptom. That seems to have started to go, but I still do get it occasionally. Nothing else has really changed. I get pins and needles a bit less. I want to say I'm less depressed, but also I didn't want to get out of bed today, and it was like 1 o'clock when I eventually got out. So, I mean, it's not going to cure your mental health, but it might help a little bit. I've got another one in 3 months from that, or 2 months now, and I'll let you know. Let you know, I guess. Oh yeah, the hair, obviously, which I'll just link to up there. I am obsessed with my hair. I'm checking myself out in the viewfinder every 2 minutes. Obsessed. It looks great, and I love it. This is a good choice. Why didn't I do this sooner? One of my other New Year's resolution goals was to get a passport, and I have made steps. I have acquired all of the identity documents that I needed, because I needed one of my parents' birth certificates, and I have that now. And I've taken the photo. I need to get the photo checked. I got the form. I now just need to fill out the form, and yeah, that's where we're at. I've made steps, but I've not got any actual progress, and I have 2 people willing to sign it, so there's that. I don't know how it's going to work with me being trans, because I've been denied before, which is expensive, but I think they're a bit better now. I hope. Fun things that I bought this month. This shirt, which is by Luke Christian, who is the owner and founder of Deaf Identity. He is one of the designers for Comic Relief this year. So when I saw his stuff in TK Maxx, I obviously had to buy one. This was $12.99. I love it. It looks so good, and it's like a nice dark colour, because I have already spilt cherry juice on this. You might be able to see, I can't see it from here, but it is there. And they do have white versions as well, and there's other things like aprons, tea towels, a notebook. Bought a notebook as well, and I now have another notebook that is too special to write anything in. But yeah, that's what I bought this month, and it's really cool. My leg tattoo is finally healed. Here is my new tattoo. You obviously can't see all of it, and I can't really spin it around that much. There's kind of a jellyfish on the back and some seaweed. It is a SpongeBob SquarePants tattoo. It says, "Yellow Square Seaman, worked to death by the red crab, sings Gary, come home." My housemate wrote it. It's great. I love it. I'm obsessed. And that's it. That's what you've all been waiting so long for. It took 4 weeks to heal, which is a bit longer than normal, but patience is a virtue, or something like that. I have also booked my next one. I'm going to go to a tattoo convention and get tattooed there, and the rest of the details are a complete secret, so you'll have to wait for that one. I will vlog the convention, and yeah, it's going to be fun. Okay, so, itchy. With all of that, all of those lovely updates, there's nothing else going on in my life whatsoever. I'm gonna say goodbye. Don't forget to like this video, drop a comment down below if you want any more information on anything. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you get notified every single time I post a new video. Videos go up every Saturday at 6 PM UK time, with at least one bonus video every single month. See ya!